Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. Anyways, this thing's probably on and it's probably connected. I've just been trying to deal with this grass. This thing they call grass. It's not going so well at the moment, I think. But I'm learning as I'm doing this, so yeah. Where do I start? So I basically started with just the usual one black and white stuff, and then most of the colors here I put in manually as I'm looking at this again. But then as I did it, I realized that it's probably better to split this into two halves. So the bright half and the dark half. And then the bright half and the dark half will each take on, hello Lord server, would probably take on their own sort of gradients and whatnot. And then we start to cut out some of the shapes with, preferably with custom brushes, which I do not have that many of, like especially not the kind that can give me shapes like this. But I'll get to that in a bit. And then yeah. So the way that I did it was just putting colors directly and wasn't very good. Also right now, like I think just taking a glance is quite different. I think primarily because my colors here has a lot of these sort of fuzzy areas. And the interesting thing is, I think most of this is as a result. Okay, that's not true. I was gonna say it was as a result of these like really tiny, not tiny, really thin sort of brush patterns. Because once you stamp them in and you zoom out, it looks kind of like a airbrush effect. But I think it's because of the brushes that I used before when I put in the colors. There's a lot of these gradients left over, whereas there are gradients in here, but just a lot more subtle. They don't transit between two such like different values or like saturation in such a short amount of space, small amount of space here. It tends to be pretty big, like across like half the canvas, and it's a very gradual change too. So yeah, mine looks very ugly at the moment. I'm gonna slowly try to fix this. But anyways, hello Rez. I am in grass hell today. Yeah, I think the biggest problem right now is that it's kind of airbrushed sort of effect because of the blending, which I interestingly do not want. So I think, yeah, I think more likely than not, the gradients that are in this guy's art is not as a result of blending, but as a result of deliberate airbrushing, because the blending brushes tend to be a lot more precise, or rather like the transition is in a lot smaller of an area. And it's causing what, like, I think is what is causing this effect, because I'm seeing like huge gradient transitions here. So for them, if they had like airbrush the stuff in and then just pick local color and then took like a almost opaque brush and put things in, I think it will look a bit better. But anyways, I'm gonna try and fix this slowly here. Also trying to figure out along the way like what kind of brushes that I can and cannot use here, because my custom brushes are not doing very well. Yeah, we've got like this really thin, so I have, you guys can't see it, but I've bought some custom brushes in the past. Take this out real quick. So I've got some like flowers. Let's do it. Ooh. So these are already post adjustments, so I've added like a bunch of randomness to the sizing, because I thought it might give me a little bit more play, since the patterns themselves are very boring, because these are very, I don't want to say basic, but you know, it's very limited in terms of what we have here. And you know, these are just some of the brushes that I have. And hello Kirio. And most of these don't really work that well. Looking at the reference here, I'm dealing mostly with I guess shorter but still relatively narrower pieces of blades of grass. And they have a very good amount of random. Hello Devay. I kind of missed Devay's message now. They have like a good amount of spacing, like kind of random spacing somehow that they're creating with their brushes. And like my brushes, if I'm overlapping them and like erasing stuff like that, I don't know, the shape doesn't really look that good to me. Maybe mine's too on the nose because their shapes are a little bit more abstract. It's not as necessarily as clear as like what the hell is this, you know, like it just serves to cut the thing up, and then overall it's giving the illusion of grass as opposed to literally blades, like literally leaves. But anyways, so we're working with suboptimal sort of patterns here, which is fine because they basically fine-tune whatever it is that they want to use. Yes, duvet. And then, yeah, I'm gonna have to try and somehow deal with this. I don't know what I'm... Yeah. Anyways, take a look at the base recommendation here. It feels like almost... What? It almost feels like I should just paint with like the square brush. Oh, I'm following this guy too. Race 17. Time to find out why I'm following them, because I don't have oh, because of this, I think. Man, it's so insane. Like, there's so many colors, rendering, shapes, and patterns, and everything is very... What's the word? Like, precisely rendered? Yeah, I don't... Yeah, this is pretty insane. It would make for a really good study, but this is even scarier than some of the other scary stuff that I thought I did before. So much going on. Balance out the sound a little bit. Oh wait, no, it's probably just me actually. Oh, I left the music kind of loud since yesterday. Sorry, is this not safe for work? It is not safe for work. Oh my god. Good thing it's so hard to recognize. Anyways, that's probably the most not safe for work stuff I've shown on the stream thus far. But yeah, pretty good stuff. I don't know how long it's gonna take before I get here though. Oh man, look at the materials. I don't know. Man, it's so simple, the shapes. But it's got that sort of velvety glow, smooth kind of glow to it. Oh, I wonder how they're blending the colors. It's very interesting because these sort of yellowish patterns here are just brushed over at the very end, I think, on top of everything. And it's interesting. This is a sorry, duvet is not nude. Like what I accidentally shown just now was full on like intercourse. If you check out their sketch over here, that was literally two dudes going at it. It's just that it's because like this one here. It's just that because it's sketched out and it's super faint and it's like, you know, even the values are not really that in place. So it was really hard to read. I was on screen for like a good like 3 to 4 seconds, I think. Because I couldn't figure out what I was looking at. But anyways, they must have like just painted it this, right? Like you would put a bunch of colors down and then you just paint it and render it out, but it's so clean though. I suppose they could have do a color rough and then lines and then painted it. My god. But in order to create this amount of color, like this many colors, on the same canvas. Man, I don't know what would be a good way to replicate this if I were to make a video on this. Even if I can see this reference, I don't know how I would draw it. Even if I just copy this. I would still start with the lines, I suppose, but there's like some glow effects. I think there's probably a lot of glow and overall like final adjustment stuff that I would have to account for. I don't know how much of it. Yeah, it's so hard to read. Hello, George. Brick by brick. I do like the I like, how do I say this? Like, this is an insane amount of mastery over illustration, colors and rendering, and the technique and everything is so polished. But I think it's kind of hard to read, I think, overall, like the values and the colors. You guys really do be doing that like couples quarreling situation, man. Oh wait, what is this? Oh. I do not know what this is. Therapy, huh? I don't know, man. I think this is the channel where you get more trauma. Anyways, thanks to Vey. Oh, actually, that reminds me, because I am doing closer studies today, I'm going to put the, what do you call it, the reference link for the grass and dirt and stuff that I'm going to be taking a closer look at today in the chat real quick. Let me just get that going. Okay. Also, like the one dude who's trying to who's trying to get to like, what was it, like 1 million subscribers before he graduates. He's almost there now. He was at 925k yesterday. Now it's 961k. So we might see in the next couple of days at this rate, honestly. And then a year later, we can figure out if he's actually gone to space or not. Pretty good stuff. Wait, he did like an art stream. Hang on. Over 165 hours, he drew every single Nijisan oh my god, so loud. JP member? Apparently? So this was like, oh, this is his third person out of 106. This is 3 years ago, so it's not as many, Then again, 3 years ago, it's still 2022 though. Damn, dude. 106. Where's the comparison? He didn't do it. Oh, it's over here. This is the final one he did. 106 drawings in. Versus the first one. 165 hours, man. Well, 3 hours a day. How many days is that? 50 something is like what, 2 months? So it's 2 months of our stream. He basically went from 0 all the way here. Dang, the rendering works though. Anyways. Oh man. I need 165 hours of grass. I'm very convinced that all I need are the brushes though. If I can get the brushes, the same kind of brushes, we can get like very similar effect very quickly. But because we don't have it, I'm just gonna have to deal with this somehow with what I have here. Also dealing with some value issues here, because I didn't really do it properly. But this is about half an hour's worth of work, by the way. I just did this before stream started. I just started before stream started. What kind of secret? What kind of secret? Oh man, what was the one I was using? I think like there was one that was like okay. And most of the other brushes are kinda not very good, I feel like. They have her secret? Oh shit. Are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah, I kind of like the style, but I feel like there's still a gap, but I don't know where that gap is. I don't know what is it that I still don't quite like about it. I'm trying to figure it out as I'm drawing this here. I'm starting to feel like, you know, I kind of like having just like my stupid ass square brush. And then just like pulling lines like this manually. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, if we can just get a little bit of random, well, kind of random shapes from the brushes themselves, and then most of the heavy lifting might have to be like, you know, just brushwork like this. I don't know, man. We don't have color at the moment yet. When the color comes in, it's gonna be even trickier, I think. But as long as I can get a sort of idea of what is it that I want to do, like, yeah, like at a glance, I kind of like these sort of things, because over here it's really hard to. I mean, for them it kind of works, I suppose, because you're focusing on the character. But I don't know. It feels too noisy. The main issue, oh man. Also, painting like these horizontal lines, pain in the ass. Very unnatural way to move the hand. But yeah, anyways, hope everyone's doing well. I think the effect, I think the Aurora painting wouldn't come out very nice, personally, because it would be the first time I'm doing a lot of things here. But we are gonna get it done, one way or another. And I will bring it to as good of a finish as I can. And then this will mark the sort of the very beginning, I suppose. The very sort of first kind of mostly painted piece, I suppose. Even though we did spend 2 hours trying to figure out the anatomy. But I guess that's not really a problem. It doesn't really take away from the painting part. Yeah, like just these like random ass lines I feel like works better than I don't know. Yeah, there is this sort of niceness here too, though. Let me take a closer look at some of these empty spaces. There's some of these gaps here that I don't know what's a good way to make. How would I draw this? Do we have one that I have a space for? Oh, really? Oh, actually, you're right. Actually, I do remember seeing some time lapses, now that I think about it. I am super distracted on off stream, so like the amount of focus I have on stream versus off stream is quite different. Like off stream, I'm just really just autopiloting through a lot of things, and I don't really give it too much thought. There's just some of these obvious things like checking out for time lapses, or even the fact that I saw it yesterday. It just doesn't occur to me. Not loaded in the cache. It's okay. I'll push through a little bit more, because you see no problem. Thank you. I only see the problems. But that is the problem with being the artist, I suppose. And I suppose that is a good thing, you know. Once you stop being able to see the problem, then that's your limit. So at the very least, I suppose, even if it's shit, I'm not quite there yet. I only see problems, man. This thing is also the process of painting, man. Ah, man, I don't know what to say. It's mad respects to people who self-teach themselves painting. Because I can never do it without just being on stream here. Because I can never make myself do this. Because you have to go through so much bad stuff. Trust the process, man, but like it's not easy to do, man, trusting the process. Also today I was experimenting with some automation with the kalimba. I want the source of the painting. Oh yeah, of course. I can find you the exact source. Let me see. What? Not here? This one. Yeah, it looks kind of bad. No problem, no problem. I think it looks bad for two reasons. Number one, I'm comparing to the original, and I'm setting the original as the correct answer. That is a problem, because that doesn't have to be the case. So that part is definitely a sort of an error. But the other half is the fact that the colors are kind of not very solid. There's a lot of these sort of transitional gradients, and I don't like them actually. I do want it to be a little bit more hard-edged, if possible. I'm gonna try and scratch up these areas that I think is kind of bad. Yeah, I definitely like these brush strokes more. But even with this experience, I don't think you can just start off with brushing strokes like this though. It's always the initial part that it's pretty bad. Because the amount of detail isn't balanced. And it just looks really weird to me that there's like painted stuff and unpainted stuff. It goes away over time, hopefully. At this point, I'm kind of not looking at the reference anymore. I'm just gonna let it go. See where we end up here. Mine's a little bit more overgrown. A bit more variation here. These stems are so ugly. trying to go as fast as I can. Because the moment I stop, I start evaluating it, and then that is not good. I cannot evaluate it before it's done. So I'm missing a lot of stuff, I think, like different brush strokes, different brush sizes, different, yeah, strokes, different shapes. So, even with just the majority of them being similar sort of splotches, here, it kind of works, which is good to know. Try to be a little bit more crazy with it, maybe. What else doesn't work here? Not too much gradient. Right, it's mostly very heavy. Oh yeah, I was talking about the kalimba, but anyways, because the thought came to mind is that if there are Python libraries that process music sheets into musical notes that can be processed, can I not just automatically generate a bunch of kalimba tabs? And I tried it and it kind of worked. There are a few libraries out there apparently. There's one that reads PDF files and like music sheets and then converts into like, apparently that's the standard sort of notation. Not like MIDI files, but like an actual notation. I didn't actually open the file to check what it looks like at all because I'm kind of lazy. But so once I have that, then there are libraries that then read that and then convert it into you know, different keys. Then it can then after that basically map it to kalimba, sort of whatever tuning that you have, and then the range of notes that it has, and then churn out the sort of numerical notation. The only problem is the timing, and as well as the fact that, you know, the melody line, like if it's piano sheet music, it tends to have both, what was it, treble clef and bass clef for the bass, the accompaniment, and the melody. So you really can only play one anyways on the kalimba. Playing two takes a bit more effort to make it work, I think. So ideally you would just grab the melody line, but the problem is the melody line isn't always going to be in the treble. Sometimes it might go down to the bass as well, so it wouldn't always work. But for the most part, I think it's a pretty interesting tool to just be able to find any music you want, find the sheet for it, and then just convert something into a kalimba that might sound decent. And that would be a really good starting point for your own sort of arrangement, I think. Not to mention the flexibility it can offer in terms of transposing and stuff like that. Anyways, this is, I guess, kind of as far as I go with this. So in the end, I guess I defaulted back to just brushing a bunch of stuff in like that. Assuming I get the colors and stuff set up correctly in the beginning. This should be decent, at least. Zoomed out, I think it looks a little bit bad. Like in terms of the values, not the shapes. I do like the shapes, I think. It can get very boring though, but I think that's just because I'm a bit too lazy to put in more variety here. We can always just like pull out more grass here, but it would just be overgrown though. Like if I don't want it to be this overgrown, I guess the blades of grass would be smaller, like smaller here, like this. So even if a references took an hour also to get here. So yeah, oh yeah, I was looking at the colors today. I don't really like it anymore. Dang it, man. Where is it? I think it's acceptable enough to move on. So I might just move on. There aren't any trees in the one that we're doing, so I'm gonna ignore the trees for now. I'll move on to like the dirt. So I got a bit of dirt over here I want to try out. Control Alt G? No, it's not. Control Shift G? How do I get out of it? Oh. Yes, Control Shift G. Yoink. Focus mostly on the dirt here. It is probably faster, pretty quick. There's just some noise on top of lines here, so it should be pretty quick. Okay. Wait, actually, where's my limit here? Oh, that's okay. Yeah, this here's the reason why it got kind of weird previously, but I'm still gonna do it. Because it helps to set up some more shades of gray here. Even if I don't really like the effect here. That's too bright on it. Thereabouts. Just set this up as well. Which point am I stopping here? It's here. What do I hang up? Should be on a separate layer. That's okay. Yeah, let's just leave it without the legs. visual. It is going. How is it going? It is going. Hello, Kid Berlina. What kind of game? What game is it? Just turn down the opacity. Overlay? Alright, overlay opacity. I mean, it kind of works, it's just not the best. Ah, yes, a solo leveling game. Man, it's gonna be so much more difficulty once the colors come in. It's more vibrant up top. Yes, we're trying to set up for the for Diaz, which I'm not liking the color of anymore. But we proceed nonetheless, I think. This blue over here is pretty nice. You found the grass brush she used? Is that so? Should be kind enough to share with the class. Welcome video interview. My god. You are you're doing investigations here over here, huh? Wait. EOTG3. Let me see if I can find them. Could it possibly be this one? It's a Wacom online seminar. Does this look like Paint 2 Sai because of the colors, but it's still Clip Studio. Wait, is this Clip Studio or is this Photoshop? What is this? Clip Studio EX. I see. Zen Study. Oh yes, let me start my Discord. What's my Discord? My god, what is this? Oh, gradient map, I see. These are also very useful, like if they're showcasing the entire gradient map library here, we can just pick colors, pick from the gradient map itself, and then save it as a new gradient map for ourselves. Oh my god, free gradient map. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Isn't this that character from that one music studio? Look at the back of the paper. Oh my god. I guess that would work, but... Wait, the actual... What? Okay. So I think you guys probably know who Kafu is, right? But like the studio that you know, Kafu is part of has another singer by the name of Isekai Jojo でしたっけ? Isekai Jojo かな? This lady is also another singer from the same studio, Kamitsubaki Studio over here. And yeah, she's the one that's taking this class apparently. What is going on here? She's over here and she's like explaining to like her. It's like, oh, you're gonna do this, and then I look here and it's like, she's the host, I guess. She's not technically taking the class. She's just kind of driving the whole conversation around. But what? Weird. Anyways, let me see if I can if she doesn't open up the setting though, it's kind of hard to see what kind of patterns on the brush tips she has. Like, yeah, like this could be... Man, this could be anything, but I can see a watercolor edge around the side of it, and there's probably noise because based off of the amount of noise that's in here. Although I don't know if this noise is on everything. It might just be an overall noise. It looks like maybe overall it's on everything. So watercolor edge, I think it's present. The main thing I want the brush for is the tip, like the fact that it can generate random shapes like this. Okay, now she's just cutting it. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it, George. I don't really need it. I mostly just you know, if I have it, it'd be great. But the thing is, if I'm looking at this final effect that I got over here, I don't hate it. It's not like the best, but at the same time, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So I think it's fine. So, you know, like rather than relying on the brush, I would just have to rely on more patience essentially, and a good reference, which we do have a lot of from this this artist over here. She does have a lot of artists. She does have a lot of art that I can reference. Not to mention, like, even if you did find a brush, it might not necessarily be the one they were looking for either, because she clearly has a lot. So it's okay. Thank you for finding this. So I think this is very useful, because if she goes on and sort of, well, I mean, she is sort of starting from the start, right? What is she doing? Kadokawa, huh? Oh, I see. They're are they actually doing promotion for like this design of like a school uniform or something? She's like very specifically saying that she's doing from this one school, but まあ別にいいか。まあなんていうか。Honestly, like the shapes, kind of okay. I'm okay with the shapes. I'm just more worried about the color again. Oh, I see. In between, I see. Yeah, she just kind of started at this rough stage. But at this rough stage, I think it's easy to decipher still, because it's just mostly big shapes and gradients. But let's see. Where's the grass? What's she doing in the grass space? Just up the speed here. Okay, okay, okay. The brush is very noisy though. Oh, the noise is already there. Wait, hang on. Oh, but she's not affecting it at all, so it's just an overlay on top somewhere. Oh, it's all like a what? Layer effect? What is it? Hone curve? It's all normal layers though. There is a, what is this? Soft light? Oh, she has a multiply on top. Okay. She does have a folder called multiply on top. It's kind of hard for you guys to see. Sorry, did I send this link in the chat? Let me send this link in the chat. Oh, that... Oh, she didn't actually push to actually, when was this created? Wait. Oh, I see. So she is just the host for doing this, and like the other you know, viewers I suppose drew and then send in their videos, send in their art for her to edit. Huh. Very interesting. Like, what is this channel? What does all-in-one mean in this case? I'm just very confused because there's like so many random stuff here. We have... This is like economics, Japanese economics. We have math. We have English. Oh my god. And then we have like just like a random singer introducing another random artist. It's just... What is this channel, man? What is going on here? This Unity? My god. Oh, that's art. This is all the art stuff. Let me see. It's always her doing the introduction. It's just she's the host for this, I suppose. Oh wait, what is this? Oh, I see. This is the video chapter. I was so confused. I thought, why is there like two different? Oh shit, they got pretty big people on here, man. Oh shit, this is insane, dude. Dude, it's all very famous artists too. Saito Naoki. Okay. My god, this lineup is insane. Oh, I see. This is his stuff, and there's the oh, this is very interesting. And yeah. Okay, I don't know if you guys know who this is, but if you have English subs of her clips, I think you guys should check it out for sure. These are kind of... Yeah, this one, like, if you guys know Japanese, there's a series of like, there's a couple of clippers for her who only does clipping for this one VTuber who is very good at doing it. But I think it's kind of hard to find like this. Anyways, this is a very off topic at this point. But anyways, actually this one will be pretty insane because this artist is really hard to decipher because of the amount of colors they use. They have like casual 700,000 followers, 750,000 basically. Yeah, they have a lot of color. Like this is all like very insane stuff. So like this video would be pretty interesting to check out for sure. Yeah, thank you, George. This is a pleasant surprise. Like I don't know what this channel is, but it's pretty unhinged in a good way. It's a Zen study. Is this the only art thing? It says Nico Nico AI School. I don't know what that means. This is for writing? Hang on a second, is this for writing? Oh my god, this is insane. It's like basically doing live editing of other people's like writing. Yeah, I've never seen this before. But yeah, very interesting stuff. Where does that lead me? Man, I don't know, man. Like the colors, I think is the biggest problem at the moment. Not very convinced. It's not a lot of variety in here. Don't know what else I can do here. We can definitely just grind at it and get it done. It's just that it doesn't feel very good. Can I add some more blue in here? Oh, sorry, I didn't even see your message here. Right, how do you find mistakes by flipping? If you don't see it when you flip it, then that's it, I think. Because at the end of the day, you're relying on yourself to find the mistakes. The flipping of the canvas is just a way for you to sort of evaluate it in like a slightly different way. But at the end of the day, you have to rely on yourself. So if you can't see it, then you can't see it at the moment. I think that's fine too. It's just like I can't see what I can do with this. It's just a limit at the current point in time. And then as you draw and build experience, then afterwards you can probably see more. So yeah, turning it doesn't magically make it, you know, just it's just that most of the time that I tend to see other things that I haven't noticed before. Yeah, no problem. Sorry for missing a message. I got too engrossed in a very interesting channel. Oh man, my tablet didn't do any funny nonsense like flashing, breaking for the past few days, and then now it's doing it again. Pain. I don't know if it's realistic to add more blue in here though. Wait, hang on. Mostly stays on that side, whereas this is a lot brighter. The lighting feels so dark, I think, from mine. So the values are still pretty low, I think. 66. These are also like 60 something. 70? there are like really bright spots, like 80. Lighting feels stronger on theirs. I mean, nothing adjustments layers at the ends cannot fix. It's just... yeah, this blue is not good. Yes, all the best. See you around. Hi. Huh? Get rid of that. Yeah, I think I just have to go for it because I'll never feel good about it unless I'm taking the colors off of something else directly. And basically in its entirety. So... unless I'm willing to start from zero again, but I mean, if you're gonna do that, I might as well just do proper studies and stuff like that. Like with more... basically just take stuff directly, I think. So I think I should just wrap this one up. And then I can do other new ones, I guess. Oh man, how do I even put down the shapes though? It's not quite the same angles as everything we've done so far. Maybe closer to this. Well, I'm just gonna have to jump right in. I'm completely blind. Cannot see anything. So, I just have to fix it on the fly somehow. So if it sucks, I'm just gonna have to be painting this over and over and over until I get it right. Oh man. Shit, what do I even do here? I guess I can start off with like looser colors. And markers and stuff to get more colors in here, perhaps. Hang on, get my music restarted. This is the weirdest. Wait, this is the weirdest video. This is Blue Archive and Maple Story jazz music. Huh? Oh wait, because they're both Korean, like really big in Korea. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. That'd be so random, dude. Okay, I need to paint this, but I need to paint this below the character, so at least I don't have to worry about the character for now. It's just over here. Move this down here. Sorry, what is this? Oh, that's the line. Here goes nothing. Kinda dark, but I just have to work in the realms, within the realms of what we got here. Do I need to fade the background? Yeah, the lighting is so weird. It's so dark. This is only like 50. I could rely on this, but it's so weird at the moment. I should just fix it here. Uh-oh. Ebba died for a second. But still alive here. Still alive. Oh, hello, Igami. Yes, I believe... defense? That's a word for it, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, we are doing okay, I suppose. Today is mostly just going to be me wandering around different colors and brushes and whatnot. Trying to get used to this this thing people call painting. Yeah. I think it's becoming a little bit less scary as I do this, even though it doesn't necessarily have like the best effect. But at the very least, it's like I'm finally sort of connecting the dots with the just going through the process, I think. And then once I have this information, I can then combine it with the usual setup of looking for good references. Like, I will have a better idea of what is it that I need in order to succeed at painting. Then once I get those information and try it again, it should be a lot better then. Whenever then is. As soon as we get used to this process. But yeah. Sorry, I would kind of be mumbling, I guess. But thank you for dropping by. See you soon. I'm not so sure about the colors here, but it should be interesting at least. If it's not accurate, I don't think it's accurate. Sky. Oh, yeah, I should definitely use the sky. The baseline is in here. Running for that. Hello, Cat King. That's nice. Oh dang, George, you too? Hey, you guys wouldn't believe this. I'm drawing too. Oh my god. Can you believe it? Like 3 people drawing at the same time? Never happened before. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the colors here, man. I also don't care anymore. Uh, at this point, I'm just kind of impressed by the fact that even if the colors are kind of jank, it still kind of holds it together. I think these puddles of water is not very obvious. Try to make them a little bit more clear, but yeah, the ground was the scariest part because I don't know what to do with it. Like it's just a one flat ground, like. And then I saw this. Wow, this is a photo with an AI generated animated character on it. But just ignore the generated part. Actually, the photo is probably generated too. Now that I think about it, yeah, this is also generated. Never mind. It's got like spider webs for tree branches over here. But yeah, I saw like the tracks. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? Maybe cars drive through this. Maybe I can get some puddles of water. Maybe I can get some grass in here. You know, dead grass and whatnot. Now that I look at it, it's not a very good reference for shapes, but at least ideas-wise, gave me some ideas. And the grass, I'm not 100% sure. I'm just kind of double stacking all the, putting a bunch of lines in there, calling it a day. I think for the most part, the background's kind of there. I just need to now grab the character, put the character in here. And, yeah, I need to deal with the reflection in the water a little bit more, though. Yeah, the colors, man. I don't know what's going on with the colors. It feels like it doesn't really make sense, but it also kind of works. Because, like, there's, like, reds over here. Reds and purples and grays and, like, what? I don't know how it works. Welcome, Valera. I mean, it's much better than what we started with. So there is that, but now that I've been looking at it for a while, I'm starting to get used to it, and I'm not liking it. But then now it's getting harder to make it better because I'll need to clean up the shapes and stuff, I think. Yes, Valera, welcome. Okay. Character time. Character is gonna be... I suppose a different challenge? Wait, let me think about this. If I'm just gonna paint this, what does that mean? Where's my line art? Oh, these guys. Right, we are paying tribute to the horse, and then I'm trying to figure out a lot of things on the fly here, because this will be the first time I properly painted, and I need to figure out how to do dirt, how to do grass, what kind of colors, and what the process is. And so far, I feel like it's going a lot better than I expected. I came in today thinking that it's gonna look like crap. Right now, it kind of still looks like crap, but it's a lot better than I expected. And yeah, now that most of the... So I also did some changes to the colors, because the colors yesterday where I left off, I don't know if I have it, but it looked like this. And it was... I don't know, it was kind of okay, I guess. I think it was too red. But honestly, like, it's very hard for me to judge, because sometimes I look at other people's art, I look at references, and then my mind gets locked on to that sort of color gamut, or like sort of vibe that they're portraying. Actually, I don't know where it went. But yeah, I looked at this, I'm like, yeah, there's like really nice blues in here, you know? They managed to get like the sort of sunset, orange vibes, yellow vibes with the blue. This one here as well, you know. It wasn't like everything is red or orange. So I decided to change it up. And... sorry, where to go? So we went from this to something a little bit that is more... this. I mean, the character right now doesn't really fit because of the lighting change. I haven't fixed the character yet. Got it here. Now that I'm looking at this, I feel like the contrast in the front isn't quite enough. This part is too faded. Because I want a decent amount of contrast, for value contrast on the character, between the lit and the shadow areas. And this front part needs to also kind of be able to handle that. I need to pull this down a little bit. I might need to push that part up a bit. So there's some adjustments here that I'll try to make here. Yeah. I'm also trying to keep like the layers not separate in the usual sense, but like the more painterly sense where everything is just painted on top of the previous stuff, regardless of the adjustment layers or whatever whatnot that's happening. So we get to see the transformation from the original essentially, all the way till when it's done, whenever that is. I do want to go as far as I can, absolutely as far as I can here, just to see what it's like. So this might be a little bit longer than just today for sure. Without the character. Should I be happy or should I be But yeah, like thanks for saying that. Oh. Art is hard, man. Art is hard. So many things to care about. Like I didn't like the composition. No comment. Anyways, I need to pull this part down. What's the best way to do it? I might actually have to use adjustment layers. I wanted to avoid anything that is there's like some kind of like an airbrush on top of everything because of the way that it interacts with the shapes is the thing. But I think atmospheric sort of effects like this probably is fine. Yeah, I'm definitely getting used to more used to this sort of process. This process is very foreign. It's very scary. Above all else, it's just very scary. I have to jump right into it and then I see, Valera. I don't really buy art. I don't know what to do with it. Even figures. At least figures, I guess, it's like 3D, you know? It makes a difference if you buy it and hold it and then play around with it versus just looking at it in the picture. But art, I mean, just looking at it anyways. Why do I need to buy like a poster and put it on my wall when I can just look at it on my screen? I never quite figure out what to do with art, yeah. Yeah, no, that's good, that's good. There's a few other problems here actually. I haven't drawn some of the stuff yet, so I could just have to paint them in, I suppose. Not to mention the hair and the tail. I wanted to change up the position, but I haven't got there yet. So I'll have to do the whole character without the hair and the tail first. Then I'll add those things in at the end. I need to figure out some of the colors over here. Oh man. Yeah, some of the color transitions, like the desaturation as it goes further, isn't being done properly. But these are all like just, yeah, experience problems. Anyways. Alright, what do I do now? Shit. I want to turn up the contrast in the front. What does that mean? Overlay on black? A little bit crispy. I guess the value, the saturation went up. Keeping it light is no, I cannot. I need a little bit at least. Right, I cannot. I need adjustments then. Guess too saturated. find it. I have to just paint it in myself, I think. What do I do though? I can tune down the character. Also an option. Yeah, don't worry about it, Villara. I'll see you soon. Yes, Kirio, if you're still here, I remember you saying the shadows need to be long because of the angle. Oh, should I add that? Now I remember you mentioned it. Where do I put this? Here. What do you think, Duvet? Is this the painterly style you were looking forward to? Am I painting yet? Honestly, I don't know where to start from the character. I would have to... I don't know what to do with the lines. There's some post related changes that I still want to make as well. I guess I could try just doing it on the fly here. There you go, yeah, Duvet, there you go. But this one is actually line based for the most part, I think. Almost 3 hours in. 4 hours for me because it started before the stream started. And then okay. Right, so if I do the face first, guess I should make a layer for the hair. No, wait, I don't care. Okay, I don't care. I just paint, right? Oh, new layer is only for overriding the previous ones, not for separating parts. At least, not for today. So, okay. It's so weird, because I have to think about what color I want to paint with. I mean, I can always override it afterwards, but... This is a pain in the ass pen here. I need something better. Put it on. Is this really better though? Quite better. This would be really messy, I think. Let's give it a try. Watercolors. Yeah, it's gonna be a struggle. No pain, no gain. What color should I use here? Huh. It's definitely kind of weird. I mean, I have to think about the color of these parts that I usually would consider as just lines. So I'll just use black and then wait until the very end to consider what color to use. But now there's no concept of lines anymore. It's just what color am I gonna use. No, let's probably still the face. Actually, where is my face actually? best brush ever. Neither is this. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with this process. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna have to. I'm just gonna grind this one out. But definitely, I think the face should just still be done with lines. I should just have a separate layer to draw the lines and the eyes and the mouth and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna suffer through this one time because I need to know how bad it gets and what value is the layer actually gonna provide. But yeah, right now, like the eyes, can't quite change the color easily. I don't know what to do with this mouth color. And then the cheek, the face has some reflected light from here, which I need to do some rendering to show form, but then that means I'm gonna mess up what I have again. So it's always so ironic that, you know, like the only reason why I really need layers is because I don't have the experience to know the ordering as well as the rendering and all the shapes and stuff, the forms as well. And then when I do have the experience, at that point I no longer need the rendering, the layering anymore, because I can just do it in one go. So this is great. You know what I mean? Like this is it's great. It's amazing. Perfect. Like I have all these lines that I'm using soft light because I've seen people do this before, and then they will just paint and then they will add in lines again in areas that only, you know, in only the areas that they want lines to be in. But it feels so awkward to paint, man. Like it's so awkward, this process. Also, thank you, Cat King. This is better than I expected, and with the background mostly in place like that, I get more motivated to try and push it a bit further. And but yeah, like all these stupid ass lines, man. Like, why should I just remove it then? Oh yeah, I should just remove it. What the hell? Wait, hang on. Yeah, I guess I should just remove it. Wait, hang on. So what's the difference here? I guess I don't need the lines to tell me where to put things, as long as I can see it anyways. So again, it's like if you have the experience and you already have drawn a character, like you know the anatomy so well, then I guess you don't really need the lines. Kind of situation. But anyways, I'm gonna take a break because I'm at it for like almost 4 hours now. Even if I draw, I should go do something else. I feel like, oh my god, my neck. My neck. But I'm feeling the potential of painting. I can feel it a little bit better now. If I just know the color I want and I know the setup with a quick sketch, dang, you can churn things out so fast. Actually, that reminds me, there was this artist that I came across a couple days ago, and they were churning out impressive pieces of art non-stop. Like, this is insane. And so I just sent the link in the chat. So see, this is 23 hours ago, right? And let me make this bigger. Hang on, let me get rid of the ref. Where's my ref? Git. It's not really bigger. 23 hours ago, something this impressive. So I look at the detail and everything. I guess there's maybe some amount of 3D being used, because the piano is really tight. Because all these tags in the back, I don't know what to call them. The hammers as well as the I don't know what to call them. They're all there. And this is like a day ago. Crazy amount of detail still. There's still a lot of stuff going on here. Right? And then the day before, like September 8th. Also, if you look at the process, it's so quick. It really is just stuff, and then render, and then done. My god. And then this is also September 8th. I don't know if they stored it up or what, but like... Even if we ignore that, this is September 7th, so it's the day before. And then like I don't know, like this is insane. Like they're at least churning out something like this in like 1 day, or like 1 day plus a little bit, with the frequency of the posting. Yeah, some 3D elements. I wonder. Yeah, their process is definitely super streamlined, and I don't see a lot of like textured brushes, you know? Like there's some 3D stuff, and then there's like some textures, but majority of the character and everything is painted. It's just like rendered out with what seems like just a normal brush. So whatever process that they're doing is super streamlined and super efficient. Oh yeah, but the other crazy thing is that they don't spend that much time planning stuff either. Because like the amount of detail and the props and everything that's flying around, it's gonna take me at least a day just to plan everything out. They just kind of go for it. Yeah, this is really unlimited artworks, man. This is, you're like as fluent in the language of art as you are speaking. You're just churning it out. The only thing that's slowing them down, it really is just like how fast they can put paint down. It's not like thinking and composing, you know, the planning and all that, it's just second nature. The rendering, all that, second nature. It really is just the speed at which they can speak, essentially, the equivalent of speaking in language. Oh yeah, actually, I wonder how much of it is planned and how much of it is just exploration. Almost feels like they're, you know, they're putting some shapes and then thinking about it, putting some shapes, thinking about it. Oh, they start recording the whole thing. Now it's just slideshow. Oh, references. Oh, photos. I see. Photos go in. That being said, though, like the rendering of the character already is very impressive. To do that once per day. Oh, and also like the artist I shared in Discord, who's on like the 1350th day of drawing something, essentially every day. That's how many years, man? That is 4 or 5 years of every day one art. People doing 100-day challenge, they are on the 1350th. That's insane. So I kind of stopped watching like halfway through, but anyways, yeah, this artist, crazy, man. Like, look at this, like September 2, September 2. Okay, maybe they stocked up a bunch. Let me see. But the one before is August 31st. Like, they had to have, like, this must be like their old art, right? Stacked up and then just spamming. Like, this is August 2, so they must have stacked up some. But then this is August 10th though, and 13th, and then 19 has like 4. L is at 8. Sorry, it has 12. What? Okay, these must be old stuff. This is insane. Like, this must be some of their old stuff that they're just dumping out. But at the same time, you know, like looking at some of the more recent stuff, it looks like they could definitely just put out one a day. Because oh my god. It's not the tightest, but like the amount of props in there, man. The amount of props, the amount of work in there is oh, I'm stuck. My thing is frozen? No, it's not. Yeah, even it's, I don't know where to start. Like let's say you do one a day, right? Like, do you not work? You know what I mean? Like, how many hours a day are they dedicating to this? Like, to just like one piece here? Because they must be doing some kind of work to keep themselves alive. Even if they're doing art for work, you know, some amount of hours has to be spent over there. But crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, the process. I would like to see the process for some of these backgrounds. Because characters, it looks mostly pretty straightforward, but the background can get pretty tricky with a lot of different colors, gradients, the soft edge and the hard edges, compositing with photos and stuff. I wonder what the ordering is, because this is impossible to tell, like, just by looking at it. But yeah, like getting to this level of mastery, insane. Oh my god. Anyways, I was kind of distracted. What was I looking at? What was I doing it? Forgot. I think I was just talking about rendering this thing, but let me nuke this. Oof. Yeah, I suppose we will get there someday. It's not. It really isn't a question of if. It really is a question of when. 20 years? Nah, you don't need 20 years. You definitely do not need 20 years. You will, you will, you will. Like, the work Smart Secrets. Yeah, they just mastered their own style. I mean, it's not necessarily that clean. Like, there's a lot of rough stuff, but like, the fact that it's... But it looks really good though. Like, no one's ever gonna see those like lines and stuff. But yeah, George, I feel like the fact that you're here basically every day, and you're this interested in art, I mean, I don't know much about like your personal life and what you're spending your time doing, what kind of lifestyle you have, but I feel like because you're here and we can see that you're that interested, I don't think it would take you that long. Oh, it's interesting. Wait, hang on. Oh, whoops. Oh, this is already the other thing. Whoops. Let me just take a closer look at the lines here. Because there's this border effect going on, but the border has another border, like it's like a transition here. How do you do that in one stroke? Oh, is it just like a... Oh wait, but it doesn't really make sense. I have to scroll here. Man, I can't even see. What's the layering here? Dang, I cannot read this. So this is in the back. This is in the front. Oh. These guys are in the front too? I guess that's the highlight layer? Where is the background actually? I suppose it's just one round block of color and then they just paint it on top of it. I guess it doesn't really matter the layering as long as you know what is it that you're painting. Because then you always know what is not there yet, and then you just put that in and then figure out what is not there next, and then you do that over and over until you're done. So the layering doesn't really matter too much. Right. My god, dude. Just doing one of these would be like insane practice for me already. And they're doing one a day. Oh my god. Oh. What do we have here? Someone else that I should be following. I'm just gonna be browsing until I decide to end, whenever that is. Oh. Right, let me send the link to. Oh, let me get rid of the reference. Man, this referencing is kind of annoying. This is the kind of sort of detail that I want to get. Like, for the most part, you get a lot of empty, quiet space still, but when it gets detailed, it's super tight, and it's just very detailed. I think this is why 3D would be necessary, I think. Oh, is that a texture? But like the scaffolding and stuff definitely is 3D then. Some fancy layer modes in the back there, some effects in the back there. Inverted maybe? Or exclusion or difference, but I guess those are just the same thing as inverted. Depending on the setting. Very long legs though. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad that we're doing this Urara piece because I'm forcing myself to paint, and then that will kickstart the painting part of the plan, and then hopefully stabilize in the next 2 months, and then I will still have some time to touch 3D because I still want to do 3D. It will be a lot more relevant than live 2D is gonna be. Wait. This style is very familiar. It's like Redum. So we need to kickstart the painting, which we have. Do enough, and then eventually the style will converge into something that's more natural and easy to do. Then that will be the initial stage for, yeah, that stuff, and then I can permute upon that. Alright. Good stuff. Bubbles. What is this? Some kind of texture? Picture, perhaps? Oh, dog. Dog. Oh. We're exploring, just not painting. Oh, sorry, my chat just loaded. Everything just loaded. Welcome back, Valera. Oops. It's like a square brush or something. It's like one square brush, maybe. Blop, blop, blop. The colors go in. Interesting. Let me see. I just wonder, I'm just very curious because this piece was the one that I'm the proudest of. And it was kind of similar to the current Urara situation where I just kind of have to do it. And I just had to paint. So I was just kind of curious how far I was back then. Compared to like someone who, you know, would have been doing it for a while. If only I had just taken the leap of faith to just keep painting, I think I would have been a lot better now. Because this was like 2-3 years ago. Maybe 2-3 years worth of practice. Oh my god. Wait. They're saying that instead of the left eye, they should have joined it to the nose. Legit. My dude, this is very interesting. Oh my god. So they're just like tapping the brush, I guess. Tap tap tap. That's a very interesting take on the mosaic. Is this called mosaic on the blurring? What was it called? Frosted glass? Shit, I thought that was a word for this, but anyways. Huh. I don't know why it's giving me like MS Paint vibes, like all this sort of like very pixelated but somewhat squarish brush strokes. You can just literally take a mouse and go into MS Paint and just like tap 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 tap. Uncharacteristically, oh shit, it's a cat in the eye. Oh, dang, dude. That's like a meme cap. There it is. Pointillism. Let's see who they retweeted. I'm just looking, oh my god, at that. Taking a shit. I mean, at this point, it's just kind of like pixel art. It's just a lot more colors than they tend to. Oh shit, are they like me? They don't like and then they don't retweet? I don't have anywhere to jump to. Not sure what they're trying to draw there. It's just kind of cursed. Kind of scary. What is this? Please don't touch me. Touched. Rip. Yeah, this is kind of grotesque. I guess that's their whole deal. Oh, sorry, let me send this real quick. This is yeah, this is weird. So the guy is asking, hey, how would you like one? You know, it's very delicious. The kid is like, what the hell is this? Oh, he didn't say what the hell is this. I said, what the hell is this? So instead of banana, it's lunana, because in Japanese, luna, well, I mean, luna is lunar, as in moon, right? So it's just saying lunana is so this is a fruit called lunana, and it's coated with candy. And like, what is a lunana? It says it's a fruit from like a faraway country that's only raised that's only, what's a good word, raised on like moonlight instead of sunlight. And then he bite it, and the moon was like, oh, ouch. Just kidding. That's what it says. What do you think this person dreams about, like, at night? Because, like, huh? How do you think of this? So if I understand this correctly, they operate basically a florist, like a flower shop, or like a herb shop, I guess, of herbs that's collected from the patients of this thing called like a plant illness. So it seems to suggest that like they have harvested the plants that were growing on patients and they're selling it. I think is what it's trying to say. You know, stuff like this you don't really see on the everyday. I kind of doubt myself whether if I'm interpreting it correctly. The other stuff is mostly about the fashion. Oh, is this their book? Wait, is this their book? Wait, what is their, 違うのか? No, it's another person. No, wait, it's them. Never mind. I'm stupid. Wait, hang on. What? Oh, right, because I'm looking at someone else's post. So the ID changed, but this is their book that's being sold at this bookstore. Right here. Is that a manga? I can just translate it for you guys, but it's like a, what is this? Like a novel? Oh, it is a novel, okay. I'm not reading this. I'm not translating this. Should I translate this? Haruka Mukashi. Adama? Adama? How do you write that in English? There's a 大きな国があった。もともとは小さい国だったのだが、武力かな、武力と戦術に優れた王が生まれたことで、Alright, I'm not translating this. Too long. Cat. Yes, I am tired. It is it's 1 a.m. now. I am kind of excited for the possibility of getting better at painting. It's the second week of September, right? So yeah, about damn time I get started. So pretty good. We're making slow progress, but good progress. I was here like 20 something years ago. I think the first time I went to Japan was like 2003. I remember jack shit, but I do remember coming here. The atomic dome. Anyways. 1 a.m. I will go to my home page, but I'm pretty sure like that's not safe for work stuff, so I cannot go to the home page. Coming back to this, I don't feel anything too different about it. Something about here I want to change, but I'm not sure what. But everything else seems to kind of work. It's just kind of lazy in terms of the rendering. It's not very tight. I also don't know how to make it tighter, I think. Without like finding a reference and doing more studies, this is about the limit. Same for everything else, I would say. But yeah, bring the character up to speed first, and then do some overall adjustments and final stuff. I was born 2003? Oh my god, dude. Who's the youngest person I know? Oh, there's this kid, a literal kid in VR chat that I met like a few years ago. He was only... Oh my god, he was only 11 or 12, I think. A few years ago, 11 or 12. I think he would have been born maybe 2005, 2006 or something. But yeah, he was playing VR chat. His family was pretty well off, I think. He was in Japan, but he was using like a VR headset, which at the time like wasn't that necessarily that common, especially not for kids. So anyways. And my friend and I always joke that he's basically like an anime protagonist, because you know how like anime, they always have like a kid, and then sorry, you always have like a boy and a girl who grew up together, right? The Osana Najimi sort of trope. He had one. He had a girl that was like basically, I don't know if his parents' friend or something, and then they were like very close together as they grew up, but they kind of drifted apart. So they just like a anime story set up, ready to go, man. Like, my god. And yeah, he was doing some 3D modeling when he was 12 and 11. How old is he now? Actually, I don't know how old he is now. He just graduated like shit, he just graduated. Yeah, that means he would have been 12, I think, when we met. That was like 5 years ago. So he's just entering high school, I suppose, right now. Man, what a weird... That's so weird, man. Testing. Internet is poo-poo. Maybe that's the sign that I should drop off here. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. Just as a quick once over here. So today we did a decent amount of work, I would say. I did some stuff off stream. I got started on this study. Brought it up to this, whatever the hell this is. I don't quite hate it, because it's got a good mix of different shapes, I suppose. Colors, shades, shades. Some textures here and there, like a bit of noise because of the brushes I chose. And ignore the trees. And then there's also this one, which is not as good. This one is deceptively hard because of the way, like, it's so easy to sort of just think that, oh yeah, it's just a bunch of scratchy lines. But the width of the line, the sort of shape and direction, how the size change as you change, like, it's what contributes to the final image. And it was surprisingly hard to get there. So I just kind of gave up. I didn't really care. I was hoping to grasp the whole things together, but it's not quite the right angle. Oh, sorry, not this. So anyways, it is what it is. Yeah, looking at that, coming back to this feels kind of shit. But yeah, and then in terms of over here, the rendering started off looking like... Hang on, where's my stuff? I don't need this. Let me just delete stuff I don't need here. What is this? Oh, that's the sky thing. So it started off like this. This has some adjustments on it, but I started off like this, turned it off, and then Started out with just very simple shapes. Even at this point, I have no idea what's happening. And I thought the lighting looked kind of weird, so I just started bumping stuff up. And then this is where I got the idea to put the road in. And I thought, yeah, I think this is probably what gave this a lot more life. And I tried to make the direction fit the horizontal axis. I'm not 100% sure why I did that. I just thought that this was a bit too on the nose with the straight lines here. Because I don't actually want tracks of like vehicle tracks. So I just broke up the shapes, I think. Yeah, this part was a bit too dark. Because I need the atmosphere perspective, but I'm not there yet. And then bump up the grass. That's the shadow for the lake, but so here we are. Sorry, here we are. Anyways, tomorrow I continue working on the character. And then yeah, let's see where we end up. So here's where I drop off for today. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Bye bye.